Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. If you like making money, subscribe to this channel. This channel's for you. We have a really good community. Click the thumbs up button if you like this content. We've got oil that, looking from a technical standpoint, some of these look very good. We've got oil at a ratio of 39:1 to gold. That is extremely cheap and provides exceptional value at this ratio if you're looking at oil investment opportunities. Now, looking at these charts, they look incredibly good, and we potentially can see some breakouts and some have already broken out. And that's why I'm getting these companies in front of you to show you the opportunities that are out there. So I call this presentation Oil Opportunities, and I'm going to show you what I'm seeing. So I'm going to jump right into the charts. This is a Fidelity Select Energy Services fund. I'm not saying that this is a fund that I particularly endorse, but what I want to show you is that there's opportunities in the energy service sector, and it looks like as a whole that they potentially could break their downtrend. So one, we should be watching this, and two, if you have your favorite energy service companies, you might want to start looking at those charts to see what they look like. This is the Fidelity Select Energy, just to show you. A lot of the companies have this same chart pattern. It looks pretty good. We'll see if it can break to the upside. Now here's Contango Oil and Gas. This is one that I did a video on a while back. The reason I like Contango Oil and Gas, it's a small company. They're adding a bunch of assets. At the bottom here, they're doing it through private placements, so there is share dilution, but the value that's being added and that they're acquiring for the company is exceptional. John Goff, a billionaire, is a major stakeholder in it, and he's on the chair. He's a chairman on of the board on Contango Oil and Gas. So they've got the firepower behind this company, and they're doing what they should be doing, is acquiring assets at the bottom without using debt. They're just using a little bit of private placements to fund the purchases of these companies and assets. But it looks like it's about to break a downtrend. If I drew this maybe a little bit lower or cleaner, it looks like we already broke out. And that's why you're seeing this battle of ups and downs right where it's at. So we're right there. We're probably going to win this battle and move to the upside, signaling a clear break from this downtrend. Maybe it takes a little bit of time to do it, but I'm cool. I'm fine with that. Next is Diamondback Energy. This is FANG. This is who bought out our QEP shares. I'm just charting this. It follows very close to the energy service or energy sector. So it's looking pretty good. I looked at the chart in here. It looks very good to continue higher. So that's one to look at. This is QEP, the one that I recommended buying. Again, shoulder, head, shoulder. We were going to break out of this thing. It was looking great, and it was easily going to be at least a $5, $6, $7 stock. But they were bought out. This thing's looking great. It was probably going to break this downtrend. It'll probably still break the downtrend, but it's going to follow whatever FANG does. Next is Tetra Technologies. This is one that I own. I bought it 50 cents. I did a video market update on it. I bought it in this area right here. Bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing, rising sun, and we have another rising sun and another bullish engulfing right here. We're in this pattern. It's probably going to break to the upside. I'm seeing patterns develop in energy service companies and exploration companies all over the place. The majority of them look good, and they look like they're going to break to the upside. So we could see a very good move in a lot of the energy service companies and energy exploration companies coming up very soon. This is Suncor Energy. Again, this one's looking decent. We've got, I just want to show you for financial educational purposes, rising sun, hammer, and a bullish engulfing. All right here on the bottom. It's basically all of the ones that we learned in candlestick charting patterns. 3 in a row, this thing's going to go higher. And notice how the pullbacks are very small in relationship to the moves going higher. We can see that. Bearish engulfing, we had a little bit of a pullback here, but we've got a nice big day with a bunch of down days inside of it. It's getting more bullish. SM Energy, this is a pick that I did a video on. It's a very good company. The technicals looked absolutely insanely good at a $1.50 entry point. I showed that in videos prior to the prior videos that are released on the channel, and you can look at that if you want. You can see a shoulder, head, shoulder, came back down. We've got a little bit higher higher low here, very strong move. And then we broke this downtrend right here. And we're heading up, and we've got another downtrend here. This is a major downtrend. And we just broke through it. We pulled back to the top. It wanted to pull back down, but nope, the buyers pushed this thing up. The buyers are there. I can see it. When it tried breaking lower, it popped right back up. We've got a very nice looking pattern developing. When you zoom in on this, I didn't zoom in on it for this one, but I've looked at it before. This is where I like buying. If you guys like SM Energy, go ahead. If you already own it, pat yourself on the back for listening to this channel and being subscribed to it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to this. You're going to get, potential opportunities like this. Also, it exposes you to other companies in the sector that you may not be looking at, or maybe you're looking at companies that gives you exposure to the companies that you're already in, about adding into those companies if you see similar chart patterns. Here is Cdev, Centennial Resource Development. This one, it's a smaller company. It broke its downtrend, very similar to SM. We've got a cup and a handle pattern developing right here. And I'm liking this spot right here at $1.50-ish. And this company, keep in mind, some of these do have debt. They are leveraged, so they are high risk. So Cdev, this chart pattern, it just broke. It's sitting at the top. I'm probably gonna put some money into it. It's just sitting there saying, you need to buy me. I want to go to 20 bucks. It's at $1.50. Obviously, I don't know the timing of it, but I think it's going to go higher. We broke through that downtrend. I'm going to be a buyer here and get some Cdev. The question is just how much. How much do I want to put in it? I'll probably put a good chunk. It is high risk though. Again, this is for financial, educational purposes only. This is not telling you to buy any of these companies. Look at the companies that you guys like. Take a look at their chart patterns. See if they're exhibiting similar characteristics to the ones that I'm showing you. I'm trying to marry up the fundamentals and the financials and the value all together here. The winds that are back, the supply from COVID has been decimated, especially in America, especially the shale. We were producing at like 13.5 million barrels. We're all the way below, I can't remember the exact quantity, but it was tracking down below 11.5 million. And it might have fallen further. Maybe it's come back. I need to check that data. Remember, the demand dropped off and inventories filled up. People are going to be looking at inventory, their normalcy bias. They're going to be looking at inventory saying, man, this inventory is full. But the supply has been disrupted. It's gonna be cut off at some point, and I think it's hitting very soon or now with the drawdowns that we've seen in inventory just recently. And I think that's going to continue in the future, and I think what the charts are showing us is that a lot of people are expecting drawdowns to happen, and we've got a perfect opportunity here to add to our oil investments. At least that's my opinion. So I'm looking at oil, I'm adding into oil. I'm gonna be, taking some money, moving it over and putting it into oil to increase my exposure to the oil investment sector. So if you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys listening to this content, and this is Finding Value. Thank you.